Hey guys, we're back again. Adam from Splendid Sports. That's Theo, Clemente Collector. If you happen to catch, last week we did a 3-and-3, and I asked Theo. I said, I want you to add, if you can, a fourth card to your want list because I knew what the card was going to be, and I wanted to look at it and talk about it. But I forgot to do it. So here we are. We're back again, and Theo had a great idea. He said, Let's make this into a video response. Theo, go ahead. Tell everyone what we're doing here.
Sure. So I had Darren from Return to Collecting on my channel on Behind the Cards, and he's a newer channel. He's growing. He has an awesome collection. He asked for a VR response from the community of what's your top 10 cards. Money's no object. What's your top 10 cards that you would love to have in your collection? And I asked Adam if he wanted to partner with me. And I think this is the first time somebody for Darren's done like a duo type video for this, which is cool. And so we stick with what Darren wanted. I'm gonna do 5 cards, and Adam's gonna do 5 cards. All 5 of my cards are Clemente's, just because obviously that's what I've been collecting. So I'm gonna stay focused on Clemente, and Adam's gonna pick just the 5 cards that, if money was no object, he'd like to collect. So I think this is gonna be a lot of fun, but it was a little bit weird getting ready and not having cards ready to present. So it was kind of strange.
So we're gonna use card ladder here, and we're gonna go like Theo's gonna start with his number 5 card. We're each gonna pick 5. Then I'll do my 5, 4, 4. I got the first one pulled up in card ladder. Theo, you ready for this?
Yeah.
All right.
So my first card is actually the 1965 McGregor card. PSA has it as a population 40. It actually last sold in 2020. It says PSA 3 sold for about $300, which is actually pretty affordable. I do think it would go for a lot more today, personally. It was a staff card, so that's why it has a very low population. The reason why I think this card's so cool is he's out there with his glove in the field. I just think it's a really cool image. I love the oversized cards. Obviously, I could have put something a lot more pricey at my 5 spot, but like I said, money doesn't really matter. I just wanted to pick out a card that was very hard to obtain. So that's what card I got at number 5.
Yeah, the first time I've ever seen that, didn't know it existed. So that's cool to learn about a new card.
The only person I know that has that is, I believe, Mangini has one.
So. Well, that's a shocker. That's a shocker. I got to see that, man. If he's got that, I don't know if he's. John, if you're watching, have you shown that one recently? We'd like to see that.
He pulled it out for the Club 21 live stream. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's nice.
That is nice. All right, so I'm gonna go my number 5 here, which is, so most of the mantle cards I have, they're cards that basically, anyone, you can get them at any time for the most part. So they're not like ultra rare or scarce. They're just expensive. But this is like one of the mantle cards that is expensive, but it's also like you'll never find it. Basically, it's the mantle dice game card, 1961 Topps mantle dice game. Let's see if I can find when this thing sold. I think it was a PSA. So here we go. I just got to find the right one. Here we go. So this one sold. This was the one that sold 2022 for $396,000. Theo, are you familiar with this card at all, or this set?
I think I saw Blue Jacket had a video at one time to talk about it, but I'm not 100% if it was him or somebody else. No. Yeah. Why don't you tell me?
I think I did a video. I did a video on it a while back when this was up for auction. And this, so basically, in the 60s, Topps was doing all these different game sets and everything. And this was a test issue, the 1961 Topps dice game that really was never released. It was just kind of being played around with. And I think there's only about 4 of them that are known. And there's been like 2 or 3 that have been graded by PSA, this being one of them here. And I think they pretty much all have a pinhole in them because they were, stuck to a paper at the Topps office or whatever, because they were, like I said, basically just a test thing, an idea they had, but somehow they got out. So Um, these are incredibly expensive, as you can see here, and they're all ones, and I think there might be a two that just got graded or something. But yeah, this would be a dream card for me, my number 5 dream card, just because of how rare it would be. And if money was no option, obviously, then that would take that off the table. So that would be a cool addition to my mantle collection, where, like I said, most of them are cards that anyone can get, but this would be like the one rare gem that I have in my mantle collection.
Wow, I love the image. I think it's a great looking card.
It's very similar to, the 60 tops base card of mantle. It's very similar to that pose. So I don't know if it's probably from that same photo shoot that they got this.
That's cool.
Yep. All right. So that was my number 5. Let's go with your number 4.
Okay. 1962, Sugardale Clemente. So it would be Sugardale hot dogs.
Okay.
So as you pull it up, a little bit about the card. It's actually PSA Pop 22. Very, very rare card. It came in the pack of hot dogs. Last sold 2019. PSA 1 sold for $1,600. Obviously, I believe that would be substantially higher today than PSA 1. And usually they do have staining. This one you pulled up is very, very clean compared to what I've seen. But it's really cool. Like I said, I love Food Issue. I will have a cons card on the list here coming up. So it's a really cool card, and a lot of Clemente collectors out there. It's a card that they really, really want, if how low the populations are.
Yeah, that's cool. All meat, skinless wieners right there. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So beautiful there. So let's go with my number 4, which is a card everyone's seen before, but this is the only one of my 5 that actually like grade would matter. And that would be the Larry Bird Magic Johnson rookie card.
No.
But I would want the dream card would be because I already have it, but the dream would be to get it in a PSA 10. So this is I think it last sold here 389,000. It's
Wow.
again, this is just a grading thing. So there's I think only about 20 something of them in PSA 10s. There's like 700 in PSA 9s, and then there's thousands in the other grades. So there's a lot of this card, but the rarity in this card would be in the grade. So as a Larry Bird collector, this would be his best card, quote unquote best card, because of the grade. Rookie card. You also got 2 legends on it with him, but the PSA 10 would be the dream card for me there. The only grading play I have in this. The other one's grade doesn't matter.
Yeah. I mean, that's an awesome card. What grade is yours, you said?
I actually have 2. I have a 7 and an 8. I have 2 of them right now.
Oh, well, you can give me the 7.
Yeah.
Both of them.
My 7 looks better than my 8 though. My the 7 is like has better eye appeal than the 8. So I think if I ever sold one, I would sell that 8 and keep the 7.
Yeah. So a big debate out there, and I know I'm going off topic a little bit, is Magic Johnson or Larry Bird? Who was the better player? You pick Bird just because you're a fan, or you agree that he was the best player?
Man, that is that is really tough. I think Bird at his peak was a better player. Magic had a better career. He won 5 championships where Bird only won 3. So I think Magic had the better career, but like if I'm a question, like you can have one player at their absolute peak for one game, I'm going Larry Bird, but it's close because Magic, he was a different type of player, not like a great shooter, but just the best passer ever, best team basketball player ever, made everyone around him better on the court. Same with Bird, but yeah, I would go Bird just by a hair on that. I'm sure the argument can be made the other way too with Magic, but yeah, that's a tough one.
That is for sure. It's a shame Bird had the back issues later on. It kind of hurt his career.
Yep.
Cool. All right. Well, the next one should be fun. So as I talked about last video, I love the bazooka cards, and I could probably name a couple of them on my list, but I picked out the one that I like the best for eye appeal. It's actually the 1968 bazooka. And since money's no object, I'm actually going to buy the whole box instead of the card by itself.
The whole box.
Yeah, I want the whole box. Yep.
All right.
I hope you can find it. There's actually one listed on eBay right now.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it. So
right.
Tony Perez there's actually 4 players on the 68 box. Tony Perez actually will be on the back of this box. But so I love how they did the, I guess you would call it elongated pictures on the 68 bazooka cards. They actually look really sweet when you see them in like a slab. Whenever, unfortunately somebody cut it out. But so a little bit about it. There's actually the whole box. PSA population is two right now, and
Oh,
one of the two is on eBay right now. And did I tell you how much it was or no?
no.
Why don't you just take a wild guess how much you think it's going for on the website? Buy it now.
100,000.
25,000.
25,000. Okay.
Yeah, so a little bit more affordable than you think. But the actual hand cut ones, PSA graded 29 of them. So
Okay.
so they're scarce themselves. Obviously, SGC's graded some too and things like that. But just to kind of say the scarcity of it, I love the image with the glove. Just like I said in the McGregor, I love seeing Clemente out there in the field, and I just I love how Bazooka did it in '68. So I would love to get that whole box one day.
That would be so cool, man. Yeah. What year was his first bazooka card?
It was 60. The one I have at 60.
Okay. Because I remember you said that. Yeah.
He missed out on the 59, the full card. That they I know you probably love the Mickey Mantle full card from 59. He missed out on that year, which would have been epic.
Yeah, that 59 bazooka almost made this list for me. If I was going to do all mantle cards, then that would have been on this list. But I only have one mantle card on the list. But yeah, the 59 bazooka that's probably like, that's in the top 10, definitely.
Yeah, that's a sick card.
Yeah.
The Hank Aaron's sick too, but yeah, that's probably my favorite bazooka year. But like I said, unfortunately, Clemente wasn't in it. So, cool.
I like that, man. Just go for the box. Go for the whole box. Do it.
You got to.
All right, here's my number 3 card. Another card I'll never own, but it's Tom Brady 2000 Contenders Auto Championship Ticket Auto. Again, card I'll never own. Let's see if I got here. Yeah, we go. So, yeah, this is a rookie, obviously from 2000, and his first autograph. This is his best card, championship rookie ticket, and it's got an auto on it. Like I said, card number 144. This card was selling for millions of dollars. Now has come down a lot, but wow, this one sold for 240,000. Boy, this card's really come down, but still incredibly expensive. And when you're a player collector, if you can, if money's no option, ideally you want to try to get that player's best card. So I will never have Tom Brady's best card, but this would be a dream card for me, the championship rookie auto.
So is this just he signed it, or is this they got him to sign it and they had so many of them?
No, these were pack pulled. So these were
Okay.
they were numbered to 100. So there's 100 of them.
Wow.
Yeah.
That would be amazing to have that. Wow. You're making my list go to shame with some of these cards. Jesus.
Hey man, this is a dream. I'm never gonna have these either, but this would be the dream if I had unlimited money.
Yeah, I got you. All right. Well, all right. If we can, I got a good question for you since we talk about sports talk. All right. Now that we're a little bit further from it, Belichick and Brady. Give me a percentage. What percentage was the success Brady, and what percentage was Belichick?
I'm gonna go 75% Brady, 25% Belichick.
That's probably where I would be around. So I think when they first split up, before he went to Tampa and won a Super Bowl, I think that and Belichick hasn't done good since. I think that the numbers definitely got bigger for me, at least.
Yeah, so, and I give obviously Belichick more credit towards the beginning of the run. When they won the first couple championships, Brady wasn't totally Brady yet. Obviously, Belichick's the greatest football coach of all time, in my opinion. But Brady is the best football player of all time, and yeah, I think. It's about the players. No matter how good of a coach you are, you need the players. You could ask any great coach that. So yeah, I'll give Brady the majority of the credit there, even though I think Belichick is the best coach ever.
Nice. All right. All right. The next is a card we didn't bring up when we had our conversation. It's the 1958 Cons Clemente card. It's a second year Cons card. It's definitely a grail card for pretty much any Clemente collector out there.
All right. So this one looks like it just
Yeah.
sold for it just sold recently for 12 almost no 12 grand, 12.5 grand.
Does it tell you what date it was?
Yes, April 24th. So not too long ago at
Wow.
eBay.
That would, to me, that's a steal. It's a pop nine. It's a pop nine. Um, one of the coolest things about this card is the back of it. Is it says baseball thrills on the back, or my greatest thrill on the back, and all the players picked out what their greatest moment in their sports career so far was. And Clemente actually told the story in 1955. The Pirates played the Dodgers, and he was getting homesick, so he flew his mom up to New York to see the game, and he wasn't starting at that time because it was 1955. And he came in the seventh inning. They were down by 2 runs, and he came in to pinch hit. He hit a triple, and the Pirates ended up winning the game. And he said he was just saw his mom's look on her face, and she was just so proud. And I just think that even adds more to how cool this card is. So I definitely would be. That's number 2 on my list of just a grail card that if money was no object, I'd definitely go after.
God, I love these wiener cards, man. The quotes they have. The wiener the world awaited right here. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean when a one sells for almost 13 grand, you know that's a high demand card right there.
Yeah, I'm shocked it didn't go for more, to be honest, with how low the pop is. But that's pretty cool that some of these cards are still. I don't know if you want to say attainable, but they're still within price ranges people could get them. So that's kind
Yeah,
of.
and I would think that's more of like an auction house card too. That's kind of interesting that it sold off of eBay.
I've personally never see them come up on eBay, but like, yeah, must have slipped by me.
It must have been the title. Super rare, very low pop for high-end collectors. They really went into the description there. I like that. All right. My number 2 is I'm not a collector of this guy because well his cards are all so incredibly expensive, but this is probably my favorite pre-war set, even though I'm not a huge pre-war guy, but one of my favorite sets of all time, just the story and look of it, and one of my favorite players, the story of this player. So it's the 1914 Cracker Jack Joe Jackson.
Nice.
Let's
You
go.
talked about that, I think, on a recent video, right?
Yeah, because I ended up getting my first Cracker Jack card. I wanted a 1914. Now the one I got was like $200. It was Stuffy McGinnis, so he was a really good player. But this would be a dream card, my number 2 dream card. I just love the story of Joe Jackson. I mean, it's not like a happy story, but it's just such a story that's ingrained in our culture with Field of Dreams and everything. And this set is just incredible. The 1914s that were all in the boxes. And yeah, like this card, another card I'll never own. I mean, this card recently sold in January. It's a 2.5 and it sold for $111,000.
Oh my gosh.
So these cards are incredibly expensive, but just something about not only the set, but I love that pose. It's not a rookie card. The Joe Jackson rookie card is, I believe, a different one. So it's not like a rookie card, but it's just that set. And yeah, there's something about this card that this would be one of those cards that I would. It would be a dream to own it. So
I love the red. That red just makes the card look even better. I just think that's an awesome card.
yeah, the red and PSA label, the color match. But like I said, other than the bird card, none of these cards, the grade does not matter at all. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's just having one of these is the idea, not the. I don't care what the grade would be.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Obviously, if I had unlimited money, I'd try to get the highest grade possible. But yeah, I just love the cards. The higher you go in these pop 9 cards and stuff like that, it's gonna get ridiculous. But yeah,
Yeah.
cool. All right, my number 1. I
Number
wonder
one.
if I'm sure everybody knows what it is, but it's the 1968 Topps 3D. It's pretty much the grail for most most Clemente guys out there. So I'll talk a little bit about it while you bring it up. So it was a 12 card test set. It was kind of the first Topps design with 3D design. It was only sold in Brooklyn stores, and a lot of the copies that have been released, a lot of the copies, the rumor is that they came from the Topps employees actually, and not from that Brooklyn store. Um, there's on PSA, it's Pop 72. So so a PSA 10 sold in December of 2022 for 102K. In November of the same year, a PSA 8 sold for 50K. So it's it's pretty crazy to me that the 10 sold for 100K. I kind of thought it would actually go for even more than that with how ridiculous that would be. But I just think the image is awesome on the card. It's cool that it's the first Topps 3D card. It's just be amazing to own one of those one day.
And this was the card that I wanted Theo to mention on our 3 and 3, and I forgot to, I ended the show before we could do that. So this
Yeah.
was the reason that led into this. But that is one of the best looking cards of all time, man. Like even without the story, just like you said, the 3D, I don't know, that's just like you look at that card, it just hits you differently.
Yeah.
And man, the price is coming down on these. Look at this. This one actually sold January 7th of this year, memory lane for 38,000, and that's a PSA 8.
Oh wow! So it actually went down 12,000 since November on the PSA 8. Wow, that's crazy.
Hey, baby, keep coming to us. Come on.
So you're telling me I have a chance?
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming your way. Oh man, what a card! What a card that is right there.
I know, I know.
But yeah, that should be more expensive. I mean, when you compare it to like what other cards sell for, like you
Yeah,
said,
like you're
100
looking
of them,
right.
72.
You're looking at the Mickey Mantle stuff and Willie Mays and stuff like that, and it's kind of shocking with his rarest cards aren't out of control yet. But that's just me, I guess.
Yep. All right. Well, that's a great one there. And then in my number one, again, not a guy I like collect really, because all his cards, he doesn't have a ton of cards, and his cards aren't. All his cards are incredibly expensive. But the number one card on my dream list would be the 1916. Pretty expensive card too. The 1916 Sporting News Babe Ruth
Wow.
M1014. Let's see if I pull up a good. Oh, here we go. So this one sold in February, so a few months back at Heritage. This is an incredible SGC7. Again, I wouldn't even care what the grade would be. 1.77 million this sold for.
Oh my gosh.
And boy, it does look good in SGC, with the black and white there. But this isn't the Babe Ruth rookie card. You got the Baltimore News that was 1914, I believe. That's technically his rookie card, but I just like the image on this the best. I like obviously he's got the Red Sox uniform on. It says Red Sox, which as a former Red Sox fan, that's something that appeals to me. But I love that it's just him throwing there and just that image. So like this would be my Babe Ruth Grail card if I had unlimited money.
Nice.
Yeah, something about this image. The Baltimore News is more expensive. Is fewer of them, I guess, but from a looks perspective, combined with what this card is, this kind of takes the cake for me.
I can't argue with you, man. That's a that's a cool card as a Boston fan. That's a cool card for you. I just think that'd be awesome to have that card.
Yeah, I mean a dream card. I mean, realistically, I do hope one day to have a Gaudy Ruth. He's got 4 in that Gaudy set, so I would love to have one of those. I think number 144, the one where he's got the full pose where he's swinging. That would be one I would target. Again, those are really expensive, nowhere near this, but at some point I would like to get a Ruth card from that Gaudy set, which I don't have. But this would be like the dream, obviously.
I wonder, did you say, do we know what the pop count is on that, or it would probably take time to look it up?
I could try to look real quick here. See if it's in. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll look it up after maybe, but yeah, I'm not sure on that. It can't be much.
Yeah, I can't imagine that it's very high. Yeah, it's crazy that was a 7. Like that has to be the highest grade or close to it. That's ridiculous. How did that card survive?
I
I
don't
have
know,
no
man.
idea.
Yeah, 7, SGC 7. So, yeah, that would be again, I'm not the most knowledgeable Babe Ruth card guy, but as I've looked through like all the Ruth cards, I just like the look of that one and it combined with the fact that it's like right around near his one of his earliest cards. That would be the one for me.
Awesome, awesome. This was fun. I hope people enjoyed it. Kind of like I said, it was kind of weird not actually showing physical cards, but and I hope people check out Darren's channel, Return to Collecting. He's done VRs for other guys out there, and he's great. He's super involved with the card community, so I hope you guys check out his channel also.
Yep, I'm going to tag Darren's channel in this. So, yeah, Theo, this was fun, man. Thanks for having a great idea like this. It's always fun to dream. So, that's what we did here.
Yep, yep. All right. Well, thanks for having me on, Adam. Hopefully, we'll do some more stuff here in the future.
Absolutely. Sounds good. Thanks, guys.